Hello everyone, it's Davide here and welcome back to Learning Finance. So in today's video guys, I want to give you a tool which is very useful to actually find companies in these huge oceans of firms which are publicly traded. Now if we take a look at that, just in the US alone we have around 6,000 companies which are traded between the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq. So it's a huge number. Plus, if we consider also companies, for example, in China, in Europe, in UK, we go very near to 8,000, 9,000 companies. So how do you find, what is the first thing that you can do to actually reduce this huge amount, actually find the best ones, okay, the best stocks to buy? Because obviously just a small percentage of them is actually a quality company, a good stock to buy. So what can we use to reduce that number and zoom and trying to find better deals? So in this video I want to show you a tool which in my opinion is very useful and you can use it very easily and for free. And the only thing I ask you guys is please another like, it's very important and I thank you for it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new updates. Let's begin. So as a lot of new investors are approaching the market, one thing that I can say is that the best thing you can do and you should do is to do your own research. Now, whether you like the topic or not, so I guess that if you like to invest, you should like to actually do your research. How do you start by doing those things? Because as I told you, there are a lot of companies in the stock market and obviously you cannot go on and analyze all of them. Now, one tool that in my opinion is very interesting is this one, guys. Just you go on Google and type finvids.com. Once you're in, and that's what you're gonna see. So you have this page here. You are in the home of the site where basically you have as you can see a lot of data. Okay, now this site alone has more than 7,000 companies. Basically you can find almost all the companies in the US, plus you can also find a lot of companies from Europe, UK, and some as well from China. As you can see, it is always updated, and here, for example, in the home, you can find the top gainers, overbought, unusual volume, a lot of interesting data. Now, if you remain stuck in a ticker symbol, you have just the graph, which compares immediately, automatically. If you go down and you like, for example, also technical analysis, you have also stuff which are suggesting you the signals, okay, so the wage triangle, ascending, descending. Then when you go down, you have the last news, basically just came out, and by going down you see, for example, here those are very important. This is the calendar news, so you see consumer confidence came out at 10 a.m. and 9 a.m. we had the S&P Case Shiller Home Price Index, and you can see that this is the impact that those news can have in the market. You have actual, expected, prior. Here you can see the insiders moves. You have earnings releases over there with the most important companies. Then just quickly, here you can see the futures price, the most important one. So you have the crude oil, natural gas, gold, Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, as well as the best pairs, so the most important ones, and the treasuries rates, okay, over there in the bottom. Now that's just the home page. What is very interesting about this site is that you go there and press the screener. Now once you have the screener, as you can see, you have a total of 7,632 companies, and you can go on and for free try to put whatever you're looking for, and then it's gonna screen the stocks with basically your requirements. You can go on and put descriptive requirements, fundamental requirements, technical requirements, and all. In this one, we can say that you can select the exchange where your company is, the market cap, so how much are you planning to buy? You want big cap, small cap, nano cap, and it's gonna do the stuff. For example, let's go to mid cap, from $2 billion to $10 billion. We select it, and then boom, we can see that from 7,600 now we have 1,200 companies, all in that range. Okay, so from 2 billion to 10 billion. You can select the earning date, you can select the index when they are in, a dividend yield, IPO day, whatever you want. Now, for fundamental analysis, the most interesting stuff is here. You go on the fundamental part, and as you can see, you have a lot of filters that you can actually play with, okay, and find your best solutions, companies that you're actually interesting to dig in further, okay. And how can you do it? Well, simple enough, what you are interested in. For example, let's say you want a very healthy company. So a very healthy company, probably the best way to do it is to select a company with a current ratio, so short-term assets, short-term liabilities, which is above 1. Okay, so you go over there, current ratio over 1. You see that between the 7,600, you have just 40% of them which have a healthy current ratio. And then let's say you want even better, you go over 1.5. You have 2,500 different companies. Now, let's say that you want both very great financials, then you go over there and you want also a great return on equity. So a great return on equity, we say over 10%. And you see how the screener actually reduce your group. Let's say that you want also a profitable company, okay? So you go over there, you select net profit margin, and let's say above, where is it? Positive, 575 different companies. Let's say you just don't want positive, but you want a great one, okay? So over 10%, boom. 322 companies. Now let's talk about a little bit of growth. Let's say that we want earnings per share growth estimate in the next 5 years. And let's say we want a growth stock. So we go over there and let's select over 20%. Boom. And you see how the thing becomes interesting, because at the moment you have just 48 companies instead of 7,600. So very interesting indeed. As you can see from here, you can find the country, so basically where the firm has headquarters. Then also you can find the market cap over there. You can find the price to earnings ratio, the price, the change of the day, volumes, and then the sector. So if you are really interested in one sector, you go over there, you select what you want, and then you screen. Let's say you basic materials, you don't like that. So you go on technology, or you say, I want a company in the USA, which is a technology one. Okay, so you see technology with your requirements. Okay, so very interesting stuff. Then you have also the technical part. So if you are a trader, here you can put a lot of stuff and basically screen the trading opportunities. Okay, now we go there and let's select how much you want that the company is trading very near the 200 moving average. So you see price 10% below, price 20% below or above. Okay, so just select whatever you want, and as well is gonna screen the companies that you want. 50 days high lows, performance, 20 days simple moving average, the beta of the company as well, the RSI. So you have a very interesting stuff. For example, here as well, the gap. You can select if a stock has a gap. You know, there are traders that they just trade the gaps. We can also select a specific company. So let's say we select Tesla stock. We go there and we have Tesla. The first thing that we see is the graph. So that's the graph of today. It draws you automatically some interesting technical stuff. And then when you scroll down, you have a lot of key ratios. Okay, so it tells you information, market cap, income. Those things are updated basically every few seconds. And you can see number of employees. You can see that the stock can be bought or sold using options. and you have the P ratio at the moment, the 4P ratio, price to sales ratio, a lot of stuff, very interesting. You have shares outstanding, the float. When you go down here you have around 20 analysts that they are basically saying what they think about the stocks. Okay, so you see you have Robert W. Baird, which is saying that the stock is going to outperform. Hold, Jeffries, here it says to hold the stock. Bank of America Securities is neutral, and here you have the dates, okay, when they released those price upgrades. And then going down, that's another very interesting stuff. Now here you have the balance sheet and stuff, but even more interesting is this. Basically for each companies you can find what insiders are doing, and just for free, okay? So you have everything you need over there. And that's very interesting. When you want to buy a stock, you really like to see what insiders are doing at the current price. And for example, here we can see that on January 19th, the chief financial officer of Tesla sold 1 million in value, okay? So sold 1,250 shares of Tesla at 837 in price. So he capitalized 1 million plus in value. Going down with the dates, you have the president that exercised an options for basically a value of $500,000. And January 11, you have the president automotive who basically sold 10,000 shares of around $8.3 million in value. So you can see all this kind of stuff. And I think it's very interesting actually to have all of that for free in a single platform. So I hope you find this video interesting, guys, and leave me a like and leave me a comment below. Tell me, do you like finvids.com? Did you already know it, or is the first time that you hear about it? And so leave me down a comment. What do you think about that? Subscribe to the channel, and as always, guys, have a wonderful day.